a ship that would go around the coast of Newfoundland all year long, picking up the people and the fishermen.
The Kyle.
The Kyle. Actually, she's out there now in the Harbour Grace, washed ashore, rusting away. But anyway, it goes, tall are the tales that fishermen tell when summer's work is done. Of fish they caught, of birds they shot, of crazy risks they run. But never did a fisherman tell a tale so tall by half a mile as Grandpa Walcott told that night in the smokeroom off the Kyle. With baccy smoke from 20 pipes, the atmosphere was blue. And there was plenty of, have another one, boy, and thanks, don't mind if I do. When someone suggested each person should spin a yarn about some circumstance he personally had been in. Well, tales were told of barrels that were bent to shoot around the cliff, of men thawed out but back to life who had been frozen stiff, of bank pots carried off by flies, of pathways cut through fog, of Woodsman Bill who barefoot kicked the knots from a 12-inch log. The loud applause grew louder still when Uncle Mickey Shea told of the potato he growed in Gander Bay. Too big to roll through the cellar door, it lay to rest outside, till one raining autumn night a pig drowned in its eye. Meanwhile in the corner, his grey head slightly bowed, sat Grandpa Wadcock, 83, the oldest of the crowd. Upon his weather-beaten face he wore a quiet grin, till someone shouted, "Grandpa, it's your turn to chip in." No, leave me out, boys. Oh, thanks, don't mind if I do. All right, boys, if you insist, but I'll tell you one that's true. It's a story about jigging squids I'm going to relate. It happened in Pigeon Inlet in 1888. Me, I was just a bedlammer, a-fishing with me dad, and prospects for that summer were looking awful bad. The skating skull was over, it hadn't been too bright, and here was August, come and gone, and ne'er a squid in sight. In vain we searched for squid, from dark till dusty dawn. We dug up clams, cocks and hens, till even these was gone. But still no squid, so in despair we gave it up for good, and hauled our boats ashore and went a-cutting firewood. One day while we was in the woods with all the other men, and wondering if we'll ever see another squid again, me father broke his axe that day, so we were the first ones out. And as we approached the land wash, we heard the women shout, "Come here, boys, the squids is in." We jumped aboard our boat and hurried out the harbour, the only crew afloat. But soon our keel began to crunch like dragging over skids. "Father," says I, "we run aground." "Me son," says he, "that's squids." Says he, "the jigger, even out." And quick as a flash I did. And no sooner it touched the water than it was gaffled by a squid. I hauled in that jigger squid, and just as it crossed the rail, damn, there was another squid clutching to the first one's tail, and another one onto that one, and so on in a string. I tried to shake him loose, but father said, "You foolish thing, you got something that was never seen before in Newfoundland." So dropped the jigger, grabbed the string, and hauled hand over hand. I hauled in that string of squid till the boat could hold no more, then hitched it round the railings and headed for the shore. The men had come a-running, they heard the women bawl, but father said, "Don't worry, boys, we squids enough for all." He gave the string to Jonas Brown till he pulled in enough. Then Jonas passed the end along to his neighbour, Natty Cuff. From stage to stage the string was passed throughout the whole night long, till Donnie found it on Eastern Point with Uncle Billy Strong. Now, Uncle Billy, quite thoughtfully, before he went to bed, took 2 half hitches off the string round the pump on his stage head. Next morning, Artley's Arbor heard the news, and up they came in a traffic skiff with 6 pairs of oars to tow the string back home. When Artley's Arbor had enough the following afternoon, the string was passed from place to place until it reached Carpoon. What happened to it after that, I don't exactly know, but people say it crossed the straits and ended in Fort Hull. Yes, all of the tales that fishermen tell when summer's work is done. Of birds they shot, of fish they caught, of crazy risks they run. But never did a fisherman tell a tale so tall by half a mile as Grandpa Walcott told that night in the smokeroom off the coil. That's the smokeroom off the coil.